Hey, what's up? This is Brian Pfeiffer, the owner of VegasVIPServices.com. I'm standing here today, guys, in front of Zook over there, and AU Day Club is right behind there. But this video is actually going to be about the day clubs, so kind of about AU Day Club. But actually, the #1 day club is actually going to be right behind me here, the Encore. Okay, that is the Encore Beach Club. So this video is going to be all about the pool parties in Las Vegas. I'm going to give you the top 10 and a couple of honorable mentions that we'll consider possibly for the top 10 later in the year to see how things go. And the reason for this video is obviously going to be so you guys can pick the right pool party for you. Okay, obviously you're coming to Vegas, and there's probably 15 different pool parties that we work with, and you want to make sure you make the right decision so you can have the most fun while you're out here in Sin City and enjoy the kind of music you like and the kind of crowd you like and whatnot. Okay, because there's a lot of choices. Okay, so I'm going to run down my top 10, and I'll throw in some different plugs about different things. If you're into hip hop, you're not going to like the top probably 5. Okay, so that kind of thing. And I'll even touch base a little bit at the end about dress code and security and whatnot. But this video should be very informative. It's going to be a 2023 version. It's going to be a top 10 and then with a couple honorable mentions. All right. So let's get started with my #1 pool party. As I mentioned already, Encore Beach Club. Okay. Encore Beach Club was #2 on my list last year, but we're going to go ahead and put it at #1 this year for a couple of reasons. All right. #1. Encore Beach probably has one of the best artist lineups of any club in Vegas. Okay, they're up there with everybody. EDM wise, they got David Guetta, they got Marshmello, they got Diplo, Kygo. They're going to bring in Major Lazer, who's also Diplo's part of that team or whatever. But it's another group that they're going to be bringing in. So they got a really good lineup, and the place just is I guess if you will, it's got the following from so many years. Okay, so many people have come to Encore Beach over the years. We're talking, I think 12, maybe 10 or 12 years in business, and they've had so many good times at that pool that they, remember that, and they want to go back and enjoy that good time again. Okay, so that's kind of the reason why Encore Beach has moved back to the top spot on our list, just because it is, it's got that, it's got that history. Okay, that history is there, and you're able to go, and it's going to be a good party. Friday, Saturday, Sunday they're open. Okay, they open up at 11 o'clock, close at 6. The headliner usually goes on at 3:30, and you can always count on it being good, even on Fridays and Sundays. Okay, where some of the other pools are always good only when they have like a DJ or only certain days. This place is always good on the days that it's open. All right. Now Fridays and Saturdays at all pools, Fridays and Sundays at all pools are not going to be as busy as Saturdays. Just so you need to know going in to the pool that Fridays and Sundays are less busy than Saturdays, but they're still good. Okay. And I try to tell people, one of the things I wanted to plug in this video is I get asked these questions, so I want to answer these questions. What's the best pool party? Okay, well there's not really a best pool party. Okay, it's not like when whatever town you're from, a new pool or a new club opens up, everybody's going to go there because it's new. All right, it doesn't exist out here, unfortunately. There's always a lot of competition, and there's always big DJs playing everywhere, and there's a hodgepodge of people from all over the world that go to every single pool, and it's like you walk into a place and it's people from every city, every country. There's not one place that's hotter than the other. Okay, Encore Beach has good DJs. If you like the artists over there, go there and check out go and check out the artists that you like. Now, if you like an artist that's over here at IU or Wet Republic or TAO Beach, go to that. It's going to be a good pool party. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they're all going to be good. Okay, so let's talk about #2 on my list, and that's going to be TAO Beach. Now, this was my #1 pool last year, most likely because it was the newest place in Vegas, and I got a ton of bookings over there. I'm sure the bookings are going to be strong again this year. They've already started out pretty good. And we're expecting, another really strong year from TAO Beach. They have kind of Alesso as one of their, top headliners for, the Saturdays parties. They bring in some guys like Chris Lake. Occasionally you'll see like Tyga there on their Sunday hip hop party. The cool thing about TAO Beach is they are open Thursdays. Okay, so it's one of the few that's open Thursdays. And their Thursday party is called Out of Office Thursdays, and it's pretty good. And the low minimums are nice. So if you want to get a table for cheap, you can go there, and it's decent. Okay, it's not going to be as good as Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, but it's going to be decent. So Thursdays are good. Fridays are pretty solid. Saturdays obviously slammed, and then Sundays are the hip hop party, which is really good. They kind of compete with Daylight, but it's a good hip hop party over there, and I would recommend probably that is the best hip hop party on Sundays, I would say. All right, so let's talk about number 3 on my list, and that's going to be the old staple, Wet Republic. Now, I've been working with Wet Republic since basically it's been open. I used to promote the Wet Republic events to the Chicago people when I lived in Chicago for 14 years now. I think we've been working with Wet. So, you know, that's another one that's got a lot of history. I talked about that with Encore Beach. You know, a lot of people have went there for many years and had great times. We like the setup with the bungalows on the right and the left now, and then of course the Grand Cabanas now all have you know, like a plunge pool, if you will, all in front of them. Okay, so the Grand Cabanas, except for 2 of them, all have a pool too. That was added a couple years ago, right during the cerveza sickness time. And yeah, so Wet's solid. Okay, you can't really go wrong with Wet Republic. It is open Thursday through Monday, so they're going to have a Thursday party that kind of competes with TAO Beach. It's okay. It's a big pool, so it's hard to fill that place on Thursdays. But if you want to go there, have some fun. They have a DJ. No one big or anything like that, but it's decent. Fridays are solid. They usually do like throughout the summer, they do like a Hot 100 contest on Fridays typically. They have kind of like open format music. It's usually pretty solid. Saturday's obviously crazy. Sunday's very crazy with DJs. They're one of the better Sunday parties for sure. That's going to be an EDM party on Sundays over there at Wet Republic. Then Mondays they are open. It's not super busy. It's kind of like a Thursday. It's just, you know, it's open, lower minimums. Go there, have some fun. They have a regular open format DJ, local resident. But yeah, it's strong. Okay, Wet Republic's always a strong pool. It's going to be another strong year for them over there. Getting some nice bookings already. I do expect that one to be very good. Artist-wise, they have Aoki, they got Martin Garrix. They did, you know, lose one of their big hitters. They lost Cascade to another group, but they have Illenium still. So you'll see the bigger hitters on like Saturdays and Sundays there. Lil Jon will probably be there, you know, Saturday, Sunday type of thing. So strong pool. All right, so let's talk about number 4 on my list, and that's going to be Marquee Day Club. Okay, also owned by the same people that own TAO Beach and Wet Republic. It's called the TAO Group. So they got 3 of the top 4 pools going strong. Marquee Day Club is definitely a staple. It's at the Cosmopolitan, and it's a very nice pool. Okay, it's got those Grand Cabanas that have the pools in front of them. That's very unique in Vegas. Very few places have your own private pool in front of the cabanas. Very popular. They fetch a pretty big premium, especially on Saturdays or when there's a big DJ. And you know, it's tough to go around with Marquee. It's a smaller boutique style pool, but it's good. It's always busy. I believe they're going to be open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this year. At least Friday, Saturday, Sunday for sure. And they bring in like mid-level talent. Okay, you're not going to see your Martin Garrix at a place that small because it's, you know, not enough people to afford his fee. Okay, but you might see a Fisher, or you might see a Chris Lake or a Pauly D, potentially a Lil Jon or a Tyga. Those kind of artists will be at Marquee Day Club. They do a little bit more house music, tech house music on Sundays typically. They usually have like some kind of theme. I don't know exactly what they're going to do this year, but that's typically what they do with like the Chris Lake type DJs on Sundays, and it's solid. Okay, the minimums are fairly low on Sundays, and on you know, Fridays. Saturdays are going to be pretty pricey, but it's a good pool party. Okay, it's a small pool, but it's a good pool party. Okay, so that's number 4 on my list. Now let's talk about number 5 on my list, and that's IU Day Club. That's right behind me here. That's Zouk nightclub in the kind of the black building behind me, and then behind that is IU Day Club. Now they did some remodeling on it. I'm not sure how it's going to look. I haven't even seen it yet. It hasn't opened yet. It's opening next weekend, so it's going to have a little bit of new stuff going on there. It should be pretty good. You know, IU Day Club could easily be the number 1 pool party on the days when they have Cascade or Tiesto or Zed or DJ Snake, or, you know, I don't know if they're going to have Deadmau5 by the pool, but they got a pretty heavy roster over there. Okay, I think the hotel chips in on the DJ budgets, okay, if you will, to make sure they have good DJs there. Helps fill the rooms, helps fill the casino up, that type of stuff. So they've been able to land some major contracts over here at IU. Now, the issue I've seen over at IU is that like their Fridays and Sundays are pretty weak, okay, but their Saturdays when they got like Tiesto or Zed or Cascade are going to be awesome. Okay, so, you know, we'll have to see if they kind of, you know, shake it up in Vegas, if you will, and put like a Cascade on a Friday, or, you know, one of those big hitters on a Friday. Well, then they're going to crush everybody on Friday. So just be on the lookout for that. I'm not 100% sure what their lineup's going to be, but they got some mid-level guys that are pretty good. That Jack Harlow's popular right now, and you know, they got like Cash, Nervo. You might see it like the Friday, Sunday party. So I would expect it to be pretty much all EDM over there. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they're going to be open, and we'll have to see. You know, if they do a pretty good job with their marketing this year and their talent booking on the Fridays and Sundays, maybe they'll be a player on those days. They weren't really last year or the year before, but we'll see. It could change this year. All right. So that's IU Day Club. That's number 5 on my list. So number 6 on my list. Okay, that's going to be Dre's Beach Club. Now, if you're into hip hop, this is going to be the number 1. Okay, so the top 5 are all EDM pools. This is going to be your hip hop pool. All right. And Dre's nightclub, notorious notoriously is the best hip-hop club in Las Vegas. And then, of course, you got Dre's Beach Club, which, they put artists on Saturdays. Now, what's disappointing to me so far, from what I can see, is they're not really going to be doing a lot of hip-hop artists on Fridays and Sundays. I think Sundays they might even do some kind of a Latin thing. So, looks like they're really just focusing on Saturdays this year for the hip-hop artists. So, if you're looking into hip-hop and you want a good hip-hop party, a pool party on a Saturday, Dre's is definitely going to be your spot. All right. Now, Fridays and Sundays is kind of to be announced. Let's see how they do. Let's see what they're going to be booking on those days. But they are going to be open Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. If you like hip-hop, Saturday's going to be the day. We'll have to see on the other days. I'm not really sure how it's going to be yet. So let's talk about number 7 on my list, and that is going to be Stadium Swim. All right, Stadium Swim over there at the Circa. That's a new hotel that was built on Fremont Street, kind of opened up during the cerveza sickness. It's a massive pool. They have all kinds of cabanas, bungalows, lounge chairs, reasonably priced bottles, around like $5.50 for vodka, $4.95 for some of the other alcohols and whatnot, compared to some of the other pools where $7.95 is like the normal bottle price. When you get there is a Fremont Street crowd. It's a little bit different than what you're going to find here on the Strip. It's a great place for sports if you want, watch a Super Bowl or watch some NCAA games. They got a massive screen you can view, and it's cool. It's a very cool setup. It's like a rooftop. It's massive. It's on Fremont Street, which is always kind of cool anyway. And it's a cool spot. They don't bring any big DJs or anything. They're going to have like resident DJs. They're going to spin open format, which is a mix of hip hop, EDM, top 40. And, it's just a good pool party. It's not like crazy, like Encore Beach with a David Guetta, for example, or Wet Republic with Illenium, but it's going to be pretty good. Okay, there's going to be people there. They are open 7 days a week, which is they're the only pool that is open 7 days a week, 365 days a year they're open. So if you want to go get in their heated pools, even in the winter, you can. In the summers, they're going to be pretty strong when there's sporting events and stuff going on the weekends. People want to go there and watch sports, and it's always going to be pretty good. All right. Now keep in mind, as we watch this video, we are number 7 here. If you want to learn more about any one of these pools, you can go down and click on the link, and I have a video on just that pool. Okay, I explain more in detail about that exact pool, and you guys can go and actually see the sections and whatnot, and pick out your sections in the video, and then book on my link below. It helps obviously support this channel. So, all right, let's talk about number 8 on the pool party list, and that is going to be Daylight Beach Club. Okay, these guys, Click Hospitality, they actually own a place over here right behind me in the mall at their resort called 8 Cigar Lounge, and they're doing pretty good. They got another place that just opened up in the Aria. They were doing light nightclub, but it was kind of failing, so they just ended that. But now they still have Daylight, so that's kind of their only major club, and they're keeping that going this year. Looks like they're going to have open format on Fridays. Saturdays are going to be a mix of hip hop and EDM depending on who they book. They did book Troy Boy from another pool over there called Illenium Beach Club, and it looks like he's going to be one of their headliners on Saturdays. He was kind of a big hitter for them over at the Illenium Beach Club, which doesn't look like it's going to open this year. And then they have hip hop Sundays, or they have this lit Sunday hip hop party. So they have a very strong hip hop party on Sundays. If you're into the hip hop scene, you're definitely going to find a very hip hop scene at Daylight. Whereas TAO Beach, the kind of competitor for that on hip hop Sundays, is a little bit more of a mixed crowd. Okay, it's going to be a little bit of all nationalities and whatnot. Whereas the Daylight pool party is going to be very hip hop pool party. Okay, so I don't really know how to explain that, but that's kind of the best I can think of. So I did mention also, as we're going down here on the list, Illenium Beach Club, and that was in my top 10 last year, and I don't even think it's going to open this year. It didn't do well last year, didn't do too well the first year. The whole team that worked over there that I worked with, they're gone, and I don't even know if they're going to reopen, so we'll see. It's going to be maybe a dormant pool this year, or maybe they'll open up later in the season. But they don't have anything up on their calendar, and it's already March, so it doesn't look good for Illenium Beach Club. So we'll just leave that one off the list, but that's just a little bit of information for you guys. All right, so let's go to number 9 on my list, and that is going to be Liquid Pool Lounge at the Aria. Okay, that's another TAO Group venue. It is going to be their smallest pool party. But it's pretty cool. It's in a great hotel. The Aria's always strong. There's so many people that like to stay there. It's definitely a higher end hotel, and it's a pool party there. A lot of people like to stay there. They don't like to leave their campus, if you will. They'll just walk down to that pool party. So by default, they're going to be pretty good. I believe Aria Jewel or Liquid Pool is going to be open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday this year. Okay, so I think in past they've been Wednesdays, but I don't know if they're going to do Wednesdays this year. So just count on Thursday through Sunday. Their Thursday party used to be really pretty good in Vegas, but now you got TAO Beach, their own company they're competing with, and the Wet Republic, their own company they're kind of competing with, so I don't think it's going to be the best Thursday, if you will. But their Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays are kind of like everywhere else, decent Fridays, decent Sundays, and slammed on Saturdays. Pool prices, or the table prices are fairly reasonable over there, so you get a nice table for a reasonable price. And their cabanas are humongous with plunge pools in front of them, and they're pretty reasonably priced. Like, you know, on a Friday or Saturday, 2-3K. On a Saturday, 4K. You know, not bad. So, you know, get a big cabana. I've had some big groups that, you know, had the tighter budget, let's say 4K, 15 people, and you go over to Liquid and you get a cabana with a pool in front of it, where you're not even touching anything close to that at Wet Republic or TAO Beach or especially Encore or AU for under, you know, 10 or 15 grand. Okay, so just keep that in mind when you're doing your bookings and whatnot. So let's talk about that number 10 on my list, and that's going to be a Zillow pool over there at the Sahara. That's starting to pick up some steam. They did a great job with the rebuild, by the way. They completely, you know, gutted what was there, made it into a beautiful pool with nice cabanas and big stage. They have great bungalows on the one end, and it's really nice. It's well done, and you know, I did a big Latin event, a Sorry Poppy event it was called, with all Latin women there. We did like over 1,000 people. It's a great event, and they've been, you know, picking up the bookings there. I've gotten several bookings already for this March Madness and whatnot. They got a big screen, sort of like Stadium Swim. It's not necessarily like the focal point of the pool like Stadium Swim, but it's a big screen that you can watch games from and whatnot. So it's good for that, and you know, very reasonably priced. I mean, you get cabanas for like, you know, 1K minimum, 1,500 minimum on the weekend. So, and they got a pool in front of them, so you can't really go wrong there. So if your budget's tighter and you want a fun pool party with open format music, Zillow, I believe, is going to be open 7 days a week. You can click on my link below, see more about that pool, and see my affiliate link to do the bookings over there. So let's talk about a couple other places that necessarily didn't make the top 10, but could potentially be, you know, interesting this year. We'll see what happens. There is the old Chaos space that's going to be called Soak at the Palms. Okay, my buddy Steve's over there. He's running that, and they just opened last weekend. I don't know how it's going to do. I know they're going to be doing a lot of concerts and special events. I don't think they really have any big DJ talent like that, so they're kind of just going residence, open format, open up, and see how it goes, kind of like they did with Zillow the last couple of years, and they did okay. You know, it's not reasonably priced. Tables are inexpensive, low minimums. Bottles are reasonably priced, and I'll tell you, the pool itself is actually very good. It's you know, they have amazing bungalows or cabanas up top with pools in front of them. They have the demon, they used to call it the demon bungalows when there was a demon statue there, but they have the bungalows on the lower level with pools in front of them, and they just have these owners bungalows that are really cool with a long plunge pool in front of them. So they actually have some really awesome, like, you know, seating options there if you want to get a cabana for cheap with pools in front of it. From one, if you got a kind of a self-contained group, say you're a group of like, you know, 20 people, 10 guys, 10 girls, all couples, you just want to have a fun day at the pool, not spend a fortune, well, that might be a good fit for you, because the pools are awesome. You know, the cabanas are awesome over there, and they're not expensive. All right, so think about Soak Pool. I'm going to have a link below on that as well. I haven't shot my video for that one yet, but it's coming soon. Soak Pool at the Ponds, and then there's also the Flamingo, which is at the Flamingo Hotel, obviously. And that used to be called the Go Pool. It was a pretty good pool party for many years, and what they did is they kind of just transitioned it now into more of a hotel pool, but it's still kind of like a pool party. Okay, they still have a DJ going. They do a little bit different over there compared to most pools. They actually have like a rental fee for the cabanas, and then you pay lower prices for the bottles. But when you do the math, it ends up being about the same as everywhere else. Okay, but it's just a little bit different when you go to book. Now I haven't got a deal in place with the Flamingo Pool because they're really not working with guys like me, outside promoters and hosts, because they're operating as a hotel pool, and I don't think legally they can, because they're in a casino and they're not working with the gaming commission in order to work with our licenses and whatnot. So we'll have to see. I might try to cut a marketing deal with them or something, because I am going to be marketing that event for them, and I do get a lot of requests. So the Flamingo Go Pool, it's pretty decent. It is open 7 days a week. Weekends are a little bit busier, obviously. They do have a DJ going, and it's not bad. You can just walk up and go in. You don't have to be in the hotel or anything. You don't have to be on a list. You just walk up, wait in a little bit of line, and you get right in. It's free. Okay, so that's the Flamingo Go Pool. And then if you want like a section or whatever, hit me up. I'll see if I can do anything for you guys over there. One other place I wanted to mention, a couple other pools that we do work with that aren't really like the massive pool parties, if you will, in the top 10. There's Encore Beach Club over there at the Mandalay Bay, and that's going to be more like a topless pool with you know, lifestyle type events. You know, guys and girls that like to swing, if you will, they like to hang out at that Encore Beach Club. We're going to have some deals over there, and it's a cool place. It's been around for a long time. It's not heavily promoted. It's just kind of show up. It's decently crowded on the weekends. I believe it is going to be open maybe 7 days a week, or at least like 4 days a week. And you go there, and it's more of a relaxing vibe. Okay, you want to go there and meet other couples, and hang out with some girls with their tops off. That would be the kind of place Maria Beach Club is. Another topless pool that's still here, but we don't know how long it's going to be here for, is called Bear. That's over there at the Mirage. Bear has been around for 15 years as far as I know, and it's a small little boutique style pool, topless, reasonably prices. I have some package deals over there if you guys want to get a cabana or day bed. They have some nice sections, kind of a VIP area with a kind of an infinity towel pool where you got a little see-through going on, and obviously it's topless, so it's popular for that kind of crowd. Okay, it's not super big, it's not super crazy. I believe they're going to be open Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so think about Bear at the Mirage before it's gone, because you might not get a chance to see it again, because Hard Rock bought the Mirage, and they're probably going to be leveling it at some point. We'll see. We don't really know what's going on with the future there, but it is going to be open this year. And then, of course, there is the Sapphire Pool, which is over there at Sapphire Nightclub, or Sapphire Strip Club, which is not far from where I'm at right now. And they have a pretty cool little pool. They're only open from like May to September. They only have like a 5-month season tops, and it's kind of like an outdoor pool party with a strip club vibe. You can meet the girls, the strippers walking around topless, and you can go in back and get a lap dance from them, just like a strip club, but it's outside in the sun. So it's a pretty cool little concept. And I do get a lot of bookings over there. We do have package deals below. Click on the link. I got a whole video on it and a bunch of different packages. They haven't given us a new pricing yet for this year, but I'm assuming it's going to be about the same as last year. So everything's up online. You can see the pricing. It's not bad, and it's a cool place. It does include a ride with your package, so you get it picked up at your hotel and brought there. So definitely consider a Sapphire Pool. If you kind of like strip clubs, you probably like Sapphire Pool. All right. So that is, about it. There's one other place that might open up. I don't know if it's going to make it this year. It's going to be the Fountain Blue, Fontaine Blue. That place looks like it's got a long way to go. I just drove by it yesterday, and it's a lot of construction still to do. I seriously doubt you're going to see that open up in 2023. It'll probably be 2024. So be on the lookout for probably a pool party over there of some sort. And there's another place called Dream. There's another hotel that's getting built on the south end of the strip. And supposedly they're going to have some kind of ultra pool or lounge there. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know anything about it. It's not going to be probably until 2024, so be on the lookout for that. And then who knows with the Illenium Beach Club, I already mentioned that. Pretty cool pool. They got the sand. It's the only pool that's really got sand like a beach in Vegas, but unfortunately it's just failing over there at the Virgin Hotel. It just didn't do good. They didn't really do a good job getting any big artists, and it's a huge space, so if you don't have 2,000 people in there, it seems just dead. So I think that's kind of why it failed. But we'll see. Maybe they'll come back with something in like May or through the summer, and some DJs maybe do a Latin thing or a country thing or something different. They need to do something that's not competing with an ATM. Hi, how are you guys? Got some clowners over here. Say hi. Anyway, yeah, basically, who knows? And maybe they'll do something that's a little bit, not competing with the, the top 10 or the hip hop pool parties out here. Or maybe they go hip hop and try to compete against the other hip hop pool parties, because there's not that much competition with the hip hop pool parties, but the EDM pool parties, forget about it. Unless you got a massive budget, you're not going to be able to compete with these guys. So that is, pretty much the pool parties for Las Vegas. There are hotel pools and whatnot. We don't really work with any of them, so I'm not going to include them in this video. But if you're staying at one of your hotels, there's going to be a pool there of some sort. You can always just go down there and have drinks. You don't have to necessarily go to a pool party to enjoy the sun out here in Vegas. The dress code at the pool is pretty much all the same. You always have to wear swim attire for the guys. No cargo shorts, no athletic gear, no jerseys. You can wear hats. Obviously, it's super hot out here in the summer, and the sun will fry your face, so it's they'll allow hats. But they don't want anything that's going to be like, gang affiliated, that kind of stuff. So you got to stay away from that. Girls, obviously, you're going to want to wear some kind of cover up if you're walking to and from the pool in a casino. You got to cover up. But girls is pretty much go whatever. But guys that have run into issues where they wear like khaki shorts or cargo shorts or athletic gear jerseys, those don't fly. No wife beaters, no jerseys. You got to wear like a nice tank top or a nice t-shirt, swim shorts. That's it. You can wear gym shoes, flip flops, whatever. But don't deviate from that, okay? Because you won't get in. You have to go back to your room and change, and it's a big headache. Now, I get a lot of questions about backpacks and bags. I would just say don't bring them, because most of the pools, they're going to make you go check them, or you got to pay for an expensive locker. Just don't bring them, okay? You can figure out how to enjoy your pool party without your backpack, so just leave it at home, okay? If you go there with a backpack, it's going to cause a problem. You're going to have to deal with a check-in, or you're going to have to leave, and you know, go find a place to check it in, or you're gonna have to pay for an expensive locker. Just not worth it. Just don't even bring it. Okay. Security's pretty the same at every club and pool here in Vegas. They're gonna search your pockets. They're gonna check to make sure you don't have any kind of weapons. Obviously, no narcotics, no weed pens at the pool, no vapes. They don't want you bringing any of that stuff in because there could be marijuana in it. And right now, the casinos are still operating under federal licensing, and marijuana is still legal. Okay, you can buy it anywhere here in Las Vegas. You can smoke it on the streets, do whatever you want. But in the casinos, it's still legal, so don't bring it. All right. So that's it. I mean, that's pretty much the pool video. It's kind of long-winded. I do apologize here. I'm kind of running out of breath. Hopefully, the wind in this video didn't screw it up too much. But I am going to put my cell phone above 773-459-8133. And like I mentioned, we do have a video on every single pool that we work with pretty much below. So click on that. We do offer packages with like brunches, limos, we do strip clubs, nightclubs, men's shows, all that stuff. So if you guys want to consider a package with your pool party, we offer that with my company, and we'd love to work with you guys. Of course, we can just do straight bottle service as well. We do tons of that. And make sure you like this video. If you guys did like the video, do a like, give me a like, and then subscribe to this channel for more. And then bang that notifications bell. And I'm Brian Pfeiffer, signing out here from across the street of Zook and IU and Encore Beach Club, right over here, for the 2023 pool video. I'm looking forward to working with you guys out here in Las Vegas. We'll talk soon. Bye.